Good evening, good evening. What's going on, folks? Welcome back to another Pro Wrestling Talk brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. Hope everybody's had a great week. I do want to apologize in advance for doing this video later than usual. It's been quite a lot going on, getting ready for the upcoming NFL draft, and I've been dealing with allergy issues, so been kind of delaying this, but I wanted to make sure that I got to this before the new week really got started when it comes to the upcoming stuff in pro wrestling. Excuse me. Anyway, we got a decent bit to talk about. I'm going to talk some Stardom. We got the Cinderella Tournament Finals coming up this coming Friday, April 29th. They've also had the press conference for that, and also for the next Stardom New Blood event as well. So we got that coming up in May. Let's see. Going to talk a little bit of New Japan Pro Wrestling, just a little bit. And then gonna talk some AEW. Was a really big announcement that took place this past Wednesday. I'll get into that, and I'll get into a little bit of WWE as well. So let's get started with Stardom. So figured I'd wear my Oedo tie shirt. I haven't worn my Oedo tie shirt in like forever, so figured I'd wear this. But anyway, Stardom. So we got a lot to look forward to with Stardom. We got the semifinals and the finals of the Cinderella Tournament, which will be on pay-per-view April 29th at the Otto Ward Gym. Not only that, gonna have a few title matches. The Future of Stardom title is gonna be on the line. The World of Stardom title is gonna be on the line. The High Speed title is gonna be on the line. So we got a few championship matches. So let's take a look at what we have with the card. So I see that there's gonna be a three-way, a triple threat match with God's Eyes, Ami Sourei, Donna Del Mondo's Mai Sakurai, and Cosmic Angels Waka Tsukiyama. Personally, I would really love this to be the match where Waka Tsukiyama finally gets her first victory. I would love this to be the match. I really would. I think this would be such a big impact if on this pay-per-view, Waka Tsukiyama got her first victory. I think it's time. I really think it's time. So I'm gonna be rooting for Waka Tsukiyama. Will it happen? It might not, but I'm gonna root for her because I really feel like it's time. It's time for her to finally get her first win. It's been long overdue. So I'm pulling for Waka Tsukiyama to win this triple threat. As far as title matches, the Future of Stardom Championship will be on the line, as the older sister will face off against the middle sister. So the champion, Hanan from Stars, will face off against the middle sister, A Queen's Quest, Hina. Whew. This is going to be a good match. Sibling rivalry here. This is going to be a really good match. I think Hanan will retain, but it would not surprise me if Hina made a big comeback and won this match. But I'm going to say Hanan retains. But it should be an awesome match. Seeing these two sisters go at it. So, we'll see what happens, but I'm picking Hanan to win. Okay. We got the two semifinal matches Or actually, hold up. Before I get to those, there's going to be a 6 tag team gauntlet match. So it's going to compose of Donna Del Mundo's Julia, Micah, and Thekla versus Cosmic Angels Tam Nakano, Mina Shirakawa, Unagi Sayaka versus Queen's Quest Utami Hayashishita, Sayaka Matani, and Lady C versus Oedo Tai's Ruka, Starlight Kid, and Momo Watanabe versus Stars Mayu Iwatani, Saya Ida, and Momo Kogo versus another Oedo Tai team of Rina, Saki Kashima, and Fukiken Death. Dang. So wait, Oedo Tai gets 2 teams in this? What? Well, I mean, it is a gauntlet. It is a gauntlet style match. So, I mean, wouldn't it be crazy if both Oedo Tai teams had to go up against each other? That'd be crazy. Honestly, I have no idea who's going to win this match. Who's going to win this gauntlet match, to be honest with you. I have not a clue. I'm a stay neutral on this one because I have not a clue who's going to win this gauntlet. Interesting lineup of teams, though. Should be good. Alrighty, let's talk about this high-speed title match. So, the champion, Azumi of Queen's Quest, will defend against Gato Move Pro Wrestling's Red Apple, Mesoruga, one half of the Best Bros. I'm looking forward to this match. I think I'm very much intrigued the most of this matchup out of all the other matches. Mesoruga, good wrestler, young, high speed battle. This is a perfect fit for both of these ladies. And even though Azumi will retain, I think Mesoruga will put up a great fight. I think she'll put up a great fight. But I'm picking Azumi to retain the high speed championship. But I'm looking so forward to this match. Okay. Let's look at the 2 semifinal matchups of the Cinderella Tournament. Semifinal matchup number 1. Donna Del Mundo's Natsupoi versus God's Eye Mirai. And this will be a 10-minute, 1 fall. Man. You know what? This is tough, but a real big part of me, is pulling for Natsupoi. Because I feel like Natsupoi, has had the hardest path in this tournament and has made it this far. And I know Mirai, she's on the up and coming. She just, joined God's Eye, and they've been looking pretty strong. She's got a couple of victories under her belt too. But I just really think Natsupoi, I just feel like she's the favorite. So I'm going to say this is going to be close, but I'm going to pick Natsupoi to defeat Mirai and make it to the finals. And then the other semifinal matchup, same time limit, same rules, will be a Stars Showdown. It'll be Hazuki versus Koguma. Now, if I remember correctly, Hazuki made her return against Koguma and beat Koguma. This was before they decided to team up and form FWC and go on and win the Goddess of Stardom tag titles. And also, they won the Goddess of Stardom tag league as well. You know what? I am going to say Koguma gets the upset. I'm going to say Koguma gets the upset. I think she's going to pay her back and beat Hazuki. So I am predicting a finals of Natsupoi versus Koguma, which would be kind of a high-speed battle. And you know what? I'm going to go out on a limb and say Natsupoi. Natsupoi wins the Cinderella Tournament. I think she wins the Cinderella Tournament. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Remember, last year, Saya Kamatani won the Cinderella Tournament. I think Natsupoi will do it this year. But you know what? Out of these four ladies, I wouldn't be mad at either of these four ladies winning the Cinderella Tournament. It's a very interesting Final Four. But yeah, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad. This is an interesting four here. But I'm gonna pick Natsupoi to win the Cinderella Tournament. And then, of course, we got what I assume will be the main event. The World of Stardom Championship will be on the line as Shuri will make another defense. Shuri, the leader of the newly formed God's Eye, will defend against the Jumbo Princess of Donna Del Mundo, Himeka. A friend of mine, shout out to Virtual Kazama, made a point. You know, in that press conference, Himeka gave Shuri a little death kiss. You know, gave her just a little death smooch. Now, think about it. The last time that there was a kiss of death, which was Utami Hayashishita being kissed by Shuri, we ended up having a match of the year candidate, which turned out to be Utami Hayashishita versus Shuri. Could we get the same out of this upcoming match between Shuri and Himeka? I think it's quite possible. The kiss of death happened. We'll see. And when you think about it, this will be a pretty decent challenge for Shuri. You know, Himeka, taller than her, you know, weighs a little more than her, you know, is another power wrestler. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. But I do believe that Shuri will retain. But don't be surprised if it goes to a time limit draw. I don't know if this match has no time limit, but it could go to a time limit draw. And we do know the finals of the Cinderella Tournament will be no time limit. So just a FYI. But, yeah. What if this match goes to a draw? We'll see. But I think Shuri will retain. I do think Shuri will retain. But yeah, that's what they have for the Cinderella Tournament Finals pay-per-view. Like I said, that'll be Friday the 29th of April. Looking forward to that. They also did the press conference for their next New Blood show. Stardom New Blood number 2. And they've already got some matches laid out. Got some pretty intriguing matches. We got a tag match. Hina and Hanan, those two sisters team up and will take on Just Tap Out's Tomoka Inaba and Aoi. Looks like that'll be a fun match. We got a singles match. Yuna Mizumori taking on Lady C. That should be interesting. We got another tag team match. Momo Kogo and Saya Ida taking on Colors Yuko Sakurai and Rina Amikura. Never heard of these two ladies. So, very, very interested in that. We got another tag team match. We got God's Eyes, Mirai and Ami Sore taking on Momoka Hanazono. Never heard of her. And Waka Tsukiyama. Yeah, I don't know that other wrestler. So, that'll be new for me. Suzu Suzuki from Prominence will be in action. She'll be in a singles match against Mai Sakurai. So that should be really good. And then we got a 6-woman tag match. Oedo Tai's Ruka, Rina, and Starlight Kid taking on Cosmic Angels, Mina Shirakawa, Unagi Sayaka, and X. Uh-oh. Does this mean a new member of Cosmic Angels? Wonder who X might be. Now, I've talked to some folks. Some folks are thinking that maybe X could be Kairi. I doubt it. I doubt it'll be Kairi, but that would be interesting if it was Kairi. She's had some interactions with Cosmic Angels, especially, Tam Nakano, Unagi Sayaka. So, I mean, it could, but I don't see it happening. But it might be Kairi. It might be Kairi. But guess in a few weeks we'll find out who X is. So yeah, that's what they have so far for New Blood number 2. Very, very interesting card. Not only that, there has also been a match, which, hold up. New Blood will be taking place, let me see, where will it be taking place? Because I actually don't know. Yeah, I can't find where New Blood is taking place. But, there's going to be another match after New Blood with Queen's Quest. I guess it's a fatal 5-way where, yeah, it's a 5-way battle between the 5 members of Queen's Quest. It's Azumi, Hina, Utami, Hayashishita, Saya Kamatani, and Lady C. The winner of this 5-way battle will become the new leader of Queen's Quest. Why are they even having this? I mean, why are they even having this? Isn't Utami the leader? Isn't she already the leader? Like, does Utami not want to be the leader? Like, I mean, I guess this could be the way they kind of shift to Azumi potentially being the new leader. But, I mean, if you ask me, I think it should be elimination rules. Personally, I think it should be elimination rules. A 5-way battle, a fatal 5-way. I think it should be elimination rules. Because I mean, what if some weird messed up way Lady C wins and she becomes the leader, which I don't think will happen. But just, you never know. With this type of match setup, you never know. But But yeah, I really wish this would be an elimination style match. But I mean, honestly, I thought Utami was the leader. Just, I mean, but Azumi being the leader does make sense. I could see Azumi being the leader, but as far as the rest, I don't see it. I really don't see it. I mean, personally, I don't even know why they have to have this match because I thought Utami was the designated leader, but I mean, as far as this 5-way battle, it's definitely not going to be Lady C and Hina, that's for sure. And I really don't see it being Saya Kamitani. So I think it's either got to be Utami or Azumi. I mean, those two have been in the faction the longest, I would think. But if you want to really go on lineage and history, then it would have to be Azumi then. But I don't know. What do y'all think? Who do y'all think would win this match? All the Queen's Quest fans out there, who would you like to be the leader of Queen's Quest? You know, out of these 5 ladies. and I know some folks are probably thinking, where's Miyu? Where's Miyu Amashita? I'm like, well, or not Amashita, Amasaki. Where's Miyu Amasaki? I mean, she's kind of a rookie. So I don't think they would have her. I don't think they would have her in this match. Or who knows, maybe make her the special guest referee or something. I don't know. But yeah. But you know what? Something tells me it's probably going to end up being Azumi. But we'll see. We'll see. It's definitely either going to be Utami or Azumi. But that's May 15th. So that'll be after New Blood. So got quite a bit to look forward to in Stardom. I believe there was also an Artist of Stardom title match today. Hasn't been anything new uploaded on Stardom World, so hopefully I'll be able to catch that when they upload it. But yeah, finals of the Cinderella Tournament are around the corner. Then in a couple of weeks we'll have New Blood number 2. So it's a lot to look forward to. And then don't forget, we have Konami making her return to join God's Eye. We got that to look forward to. So, should be good. Should be really good. But that'll be it for Stardom for now. Let's see. Looking at New Japan Pro Wrestling. I know they're still doing some more Golden Fight series coming up throughout this week. And then, of course, don't forget, we got Wrestling Dontaku on May 1st. But yeah, there's actually going to be a few title matches. Only a few. Like the Never Openweight 6-man tag titles will be on the line. Actually, tomorrow. It'll be Evil, Sho, and Yujiro Takahashi of the House of Torture defending against Hiroshi Tanahashi and the Gorillas of Destiny. Ooh. That should be interesting. But I think the House of Torture retains. I think they'll still retain. And then we got the KOPW 2022 trophy on the line as Taichi versus Shingo Takagi. And that's supposed to have some interesting rules, if I remember correctly. I'm not sure what they are, but definitely plan on checking that out. But Taichi will probably still retain. But it'll be interesting to see what kind of crazy rules that they'll have for this match. But yeah, so they got those. And then looking at the schedule, like I said, they still got so the 28th will be the last of the Golden Fight series. And then, like I said, Wrestling Dantaku 2022 will be Sunday, May 1st. And then we got Capital Collision in Washington, D.C. Two of my friends are going to that show. Shout out to Blackula and Virtual Kazama. They'll be at that show. So that's fun. And then right after Capital Collision is when the Best of Super Juniors starts. So it'll be interesting to see what the lineup will be as far as who's going to participate in the Best of Super Juniors. And then, of course, Dominion is in June. So, and June is going to be really exciting time to look forward to. As a matter of fact, let's transition now into AEW. And let's talk about the big announcement. So, the big announcement. So, they had both Tony Khan and the president of New Japan Pro Wrestling in attendance. And, well, Adam Cole actually made the announcement for them. But Sunday, June 26th, at the United Center in Chicago, Illinois, there will be a super show of AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling combined called Forbidden Door. That's right. Forbidden Door. And I believe tickets go on sale May 6th for the show. And I tell you, this is a big deal. This is a really big deal. I know there was some hints, some rumors that this was going to be what the announcement would be, and sure enough, they're delivering it. They haven't started building a card yet. They literally just announced this. But this is exciting. This is really exciting. Not only that, the topic of also involving Stardom came up as well to the president. And he was like, even though this is a AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling show, never say never. So think about it. We could maybe in the future get an all-women's pay-per-view super show, AEW with Stardom. That would be fantastic. Y'all wouldn't like that? Shoot. I think that would be fantastic. Have a women's pay-per-view, women's specific pay-per-view, and have an AEW Stardom collaboration super show. I think that would be excellent. I think that would be excellent. And, you know, like the president said, never say never. So it's a possibility. It might be, you know, maybe next year or the year after. Might take some time, but I would love to see that happen. And if they did that, oh, you best believe. I would try to go. I've always wanted to go to a Stardom show. I've been to a New Japan Pro Wrestling show here in the States. I've been to 2 of them. But I would love to go to a Stardom show. Oh, I would go crazy at a Stardom show. But that's also on the bucket list. But, you know, definitely happy for the folks of Chicago. They're going to get quite a treat with this show. I can't wait to see what the card is going to look like. That should be really cool. I can't wait to see the card. Okay. AEW had a banger of a match between CM Punk and Dustin Rhodes. Of course, CM Punk got the victory, but hey, that was one heck of a match. Definitely one heck of a match. The Blackpool Combat Club still look very strong. Moxley, Danielson, Yuta, still looking very strong. One of the things that was noticed was Dante Martin was on the losing team. It was him, Lee Moriarty, and Brock Anderson. So, unfortunately, the word is that Darius Martin, the other half of Top Flight, suffered another injury and will be missing time once again. Oh, man. He just not too long ago returned, and now he re-injured himself. I think they said it was a leg injury. Oh, man. An unlucky break for Top Flight. Because word was they were one of the tag teams getting pushed. But, oh, man. And I love Top Flight. I have one of their shirts. But, man, that just sucks. It wasn't that long ago that Darius just returned. So, well, speedy recovery for Darius. Hopefully he can get back ASAP, and because I want to see a tag title run for Top Flight. I really do. But another unfortunate setback. We had the Butcher versus Wardlow. Of course, Wardlow got the victory. Hit him with a powerbomb symphony. Of course, he had to be handcuffed on the way to his locker room and on the way to the ring for his match. Took the cuffs off. He had his match. Then they put the cuffs back on and had to be escorted out. All the doings of MJF. Wow, that's sad. That is sad. Hook made his Dynamite debut, but I was kind of disappointed because he squashed Anthony Henry. It's like, why did they feed Anthony Henry to him? They could have had any other jobber. Why have Anthony Henry job to Hook? That kind of upset me. That I thought was bad booking. Really? You're going to let Anthony Henry job to Hook? Come on. Although we did finally hear Hook speak. As he cornered Danhausen. So, I guess that's a plus. So, Scorpio Sky was able to negotiate with his old friend and partner, Frankie Kazarian, to get his rematch against Sammy Guevara, which it looks like they're, pawning off Sammy Guevara and Ty Conti as heels now. I mean, I don't know if it's official, but it's looking that way. But Sammy Guevara has agreed to giving Scorpio Sky a rematch. It'll be a ladder match, but in return, he wants the mixed tag match involving him and Ty Conti, and because Ty Conti wants a piece of Paige Van Zandt. So there's the only thing with that. But we know that there is going to be a rematch for the TNT Championship. It's going to be a ladder match. Scorpio Sky will get his rematch. So we got that to look forward to. The coffin match was pretty cool. Andrade and Darby Allin. That was pretty cool. Darby Allin still undefeated in those coffin matches. Of course, Sting had his back and such. So I mean, hey, I can't say it was anything crazy special, but just it was a good match, and Darby Allin is still undefeated in the coffin matches. let's also update to the Owen Hart Cup qualifiers. So recently, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, qualified, defeating Danielle Camella, who was known as Vanessa Bourne back in WWE. But yeah, Dr. Britt Baker qualified. So your ladies that have qualified so far are Toni Storm, Jamie Hayter, Hikaru Shida, Red Velvet, Ruby Soho, and Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Those are your qualifiers. And it looks like, according to here, it looks like there's going to be two more qualifiers to go. So I'm guessing they're probably going to do one more and on Dynamite and probably one more on Rampage, I assume. So still got that to look forward to. But anyways, for the men recently Kyle O'Reilly just qualified, defeating Jungle Boy, which I was happy to see. Like, I did not think Jungle Boy was going to win, so I was really happy to see that. And Adam Cole defeated Tomohiro Ishii on Rampage. Of course, he had some help and, of course, a low blow. But he was able to defeat the Stone Pitbull, and Adam Cole qualifies. And then the next qualifier for that, they're going to put FTR against each other. Dax Harwood, Cash Wheeler will face each other to qualify for this tournament. I'm not really sure why they booked that. Like, really? I don't know why they booked that. I don't know who's going to win that, but I don't know whose idea it was to book that match, but yeah. So it does make me wonder if they're going to finish up the qualifiers just between Dynamite and Rampage next week. Because the tournament starts in May. And May is right around the corner. So I assume they're going to finish up the matchups. The qualifiers, I mean. Going to finish that maybe this upcoming week. And then, of course, also looking forward to, we got a Philly street fight this coming week on Dynamite. Serena Deeb and Hikaru Shida. That should be really good. Looking forward to that. But on Rampage, we had the qualifier match between Tomohiro Ishii and Adam Cole, which Adam Cole won. Lance Archer destroyed Serpentico. Had a good match between Eddie Kingston and Daniel Garcia. That was actually really good. No interference. It was just back and forth. Great wrestling match. Eddie Kingston hit that back fist from the future and defeated Daniel Garcia. It was a good match. It was a really good match. I know we have... Oh, yeah. We had the main event, which Jade Cargill defended the TBS championship against the Problem, Marina Shafir. Now, you know something? I'll give credit. This was one of Jade's good matches. I will give her credit. This was a good match for her. Very clean. You know, she did good. And I'm not a Jade Cargill fan. Never will be a Jade Cargill fan. But this was a good match. This was a good match. I will say that. This was a good match. Jade did defeat Marina, hit her with the Jaded. And Jade Cargill is now 30-0 and is still your TBS champion. Well, so Marina Shafir wasn't able to get the job done. Now that that's over with, and Jade is 30-0, well, who's going to be next to challenge Jade Cargill for that title? Who's going to be the one to dethrone Jade Cargill? Remains to be seen, but she's still your champion, and she is now 30-0, still undefeated. But for the most part, I was very, very high on the announcement that they made. The Forbidden Door. Definitely looking forward to that. That should be really good. And it's a pay-per-view as well. Oh, dang. So, now that I think of it, that's 2 back-to-back pay-per-views for AEW. Because remember, end of May is Double or Nothing. So then June, you have Forbidden Door. Wow, so this is going to be interesting for AEW. They're going to have 2 back-to-back pay-per-views. It's going to be interesting. But should be cool. Should be really cool. I'm excited. All right, now on to WWE. Oh, man. Oh, man. So, realistically, as far as Raw, the only real, I guess, entertaining moment of Raw was the double wedding ceremony with Tamina and Tozawa and Reggie and Dana Brooke. Other than that, Raw was trash. You had Veer dismantle another jobber. And I mean, you had Rhea Ripley turn on Liv Morgan after losing their tag title match. I mean, that was predictable. That was super duper predictable. But Rhea's a heel now, so it makes sense. You had that really, really, you had that moment with Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes, which, you know, Seth Rollins wants a rematch. Seth Rollins wants a rematch. But honestly, the double wedding was really the only entertaining thing about Raw. Finn lost the United States Championship to Theory, which I'm sure a lot of us saw that coming. Not even sure what's going to happen with Finn Balor. Not like he really had much of a U.S. Championship run. He was pretty much just a transitional champion to get the belt to Austin Theory. They had that lie detector test with Ezekiel, which was dumb. I mean, Raw was just trash. Was just straight up trash. There's not really anything to talk about. Nope. And then NXT. Well, Grizzled Young Veterans are done. Oh, I'm sorry. Drake and Gibson are done. They just lost to Legado del Fantasma. And it looks like word is that they may be getting called up to the main roster, perhaps. Carmelo Hayes beat Santos Escobar, but of course, you know, had some help was from some of Tony D'Angelo's hitmen. So he had some help. Oh, by the way, so Saray had another match with Tiffany Stratton. Okay, explain, y'all. Maybe y'all can explain this to me. Maybe y'all can help me out. Help me out. So how the heck does this make sense? You have an 11-year veteran in Saray, aka Sari the Sun God. You have an 11-year veteran get bullied by this bimbo Barbie. Then you have her get squashed by this said same one. And then they have another match, and yet she wins again. How does that make sense? How does that make sense? You have this gimmick change with Saray, which that didn't really last long until she suffered a loss post gimmick change. But you not only have her lose, you have her get bullied easily. You have her take an L in a squash match. And then you have her take another L in her transformed state. All three against this bimbo Barbie, Tiffany Stratton. How does that make sense? And how can we say that Saray is not ruined? Explain that to me. How does that not equal Saray being buried? I don't understand that. I don't understand that booking. I mean, Tiffany Stratton getting the win is one thing, but her bullying and squashing Saray, I don't care if it was in the schoolgirl state. Makes no sense. And then for them to come back and have another match for Saray to lose like that. It's ridiculous. And honestly, I feel like Saray, I don't know what her contract is, but she needs to pull a Kushida. She needs to pull a Kushida. And what do I mean by that? Recently, Kushida has left the WWE. Word was that his contract's up. Didn't want to renew. That's what I heard, was that the contract was up, didn't want to renew, didn't want to stay, so he went bye-bye. And it sounds like no non-compete clause or anything like that. And you know what? Good for him. Because Kushida was another one, especially going into NXT 2.0, and even once he had the partnership with Ikemen Jiro and formed Jacket Time, it was a downward spiral for Kushida. I mean, yeah, he had the Cruiserweight Championship, but yeah, he got did pretty wrong. He got done pretty wrong in NXT in the later times. And he deserves so much better. My only regret is not seeing Kushida take on Rey Mysterio. I think that would have been an awesome dream match scenario. One of the best of the Super Juniors against the pioneer of the Cruiserweights. That would have been quite a dream match. But it looks like Kushida will be going back to New Japan Pro Wrestling. I'm hoping maybe he can make it back in time to participate in the upcoming Best of Super Juniors. But if not, could see him at Dominion in June. You know what I mean? I think that'd be cool. I think that'd be really cool. But Kushida needs to go back and go back to New Japan, or somewhere where he'll be utilized and will be respected. Because WWE wasn't it. And honestly, I think Saray should do the same. I think Saray should do the same. She had no business jobbing and getting squashed to Tiffany Stratton. Bullied, squashed, and then defeated? No. Makes no sense. I don't care what the Tiffany Stratton fans have to say. That makes no sense. I don't care. That makes no sense. Wesley had a singles match against Zion Quinn. Lost. I'm not too sure what's going to happen with Wesley now that Nash Carter got let go and is no longer a tag team champion. So, we'll see what happens with that. Natalya defeated Tatum Paxley. So, Natalya staying busy on the main roster and on NXT. So, hey, that's pretty cool. Grayson Waller defeated his old bodyguard, Sanga. Roxy, well now Roxanne Perez, had her debut match against JC Jane, which she won, but Wendy Chu did a little bit of interference via the Titantron when she trashed Toxic Attractions, I guess, locker room or whatnot, and that was enough to provide a distraction, which I was kind of disappointed because Roxanne Perez didn't need any sort of distraction to get the victory. She's capable of beating JC Jane on her own. But this is still a continued storyline with Toxic Attraction and Wendy Chu. So, I guess I kind of understand it, but it was just kind of annoying, being that this was Roxanne Perez's debut match in NXT. So, I was disappointed. Pretty Deadly defended the NXT tag titles successfully against Duke and Dexter. Not surprised. Not surprised at all. Joe Gacy gets what he wanted after messing around with Braun Breaker, all the mind games and all the hoopla after kidnapping his father and all that, and stealing the Hall of Fame ring. Joe Gacy gave him the ring. After Braun Breaker, verbally agreed to give Joe Gacy a NXT Championship title match. And what does he get in return? He gets shoved off the balcony, or somewhat of a balcony. I mean, I don't know if it was much of a fall, but yeah, shoved off the balcony, and all these hooded men, I guess, surround Braun Breaker, and yeah, that was just. I really don't like this gimmick for Joe Gacy. It just, I don't like it at all. I mean, it's too much of them trying to turn Joe Gacy into Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family, and it's not working. It's not working. It's not working. So, we got that title match to look forward to eventually. Joe Gacy and Braun Breaker. But, I don't know. Just after that Saray loss, NXT 2.0 kind of put a foul taste in my mouth. So, that's all I can really say about that. NXT UK Amelia McKenzie got a victory over Stevie Turner, which Stevie Turner has been kind of on a losing streak lately. I'm kind of surprised. She's been on a losing streak. So, not sure what's up with that. Kenny Williams and Sam Gradwell had a... It's funny, they had a back alley brawl, even though it was just the outside of the ring. It wasn't really a back alley brawl. So, just think, they should have just called this a street fight. I mean, a back alley brawl? I mean, come on. But Sam Gradwell did get the victory, and there was a man in a mask in the crowd, kind of, I guess, taunting and scaring the mess out of Kenny Williams, and kind of chased him into the backstage area. You know what? You know, after thinking about it, you know who I think it is? I think that person in the mask, I think it's Amir Jordan. Kenny Williams' former tag team partner before he turned on Amir. I think it's Amir Jordan. I think he makes his return and terrorizes Kenny Williams for all that he did to him. Because their last match that they had, it was a loser leaves NXT UK, and Amir Jordan lost. I think that's what this is. I think that's Amir Jordan making his return and terrorizing Kenny Williams. But we'll see. I'm pretty sure the person's going to be revealed soon. I'm pretty sure he's going to be revealed soon. And then we have the NXT UK tag titles on the line in a 2 out of 3 falls match, where it was Mustache Mountain against Oliver Carter and Ashton Smith. I know these two teams have been back and forth and such, but the way it went down was Smith and Carter actually got the first pinfall. They got the first pinfall, but then Mustache Mountain got the second pinfall, so it was tied 1-1. And then Trent Seven got the final pinfall for his team using the ropes for leverage. Put his feet on the ropes to get the win, and Mustache Mountain wins the match 2-1. Therefore, they retain the NXT UK tag titles. Tyler Bate didn't look too happy about it. I don't know what's going to happen with this, but either they're going to turn heel as a whole, or as soon as they lose the tag titles, Trent Seven's going to turn on Tyler Bate. That's what I'm thinking is going to end up happening. I think one of those two things. Seeds have already been planted. I don't really know who's going to challenge Mustache Mountain next, but seeds have been planted. So, we'll see what happens. And then Smackdown, which I only caught highlights of. Once again, even after a lumberjack match between Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn still escapes. WWE, why are y'all turning Sami Zayn into a coward heel? That man is too good of a wrestler to be a coward heel. I mean, come on, this ain't Enzo. This ain't James Ellsworth. This is Sami Zayn. We're talking El Generico. Why are y'all making him a coward heel? He's too good of a wrestler to be a coward heel. So now, I guess fourth time is the charm, and they're going to have this match again, but in a steel cage. Like, why do y'all have to make Sami Zayn a heel? A coward heel. Why? That is too good of a wrestler to be a coward heel. Drew Gulak humiliated again. Ronda Rousey trapped Drew Gulak in an armbar and signed the contract for WrestleMania Backlash rematch. Ronda Rousey, Charlotte Flair for the blue belt, which will be an I Quit match. Xavier Woods beat Butch. Don't care. Gunther beat a local. Don't care. I mean, honestly, SmackDown was trash. SmackDown was trash. I mean, there was nothing special at all from SmackDown. Just, which makes me feel even better that I didn't watch it and just saw highlights, because, it was just bad. Also, I wanted to point this out. So they're starting to build the WrestleMania Backlash card, which will be Sunday, May 8th. You know what I'm noticing already? This WrestleMania Backlash card, it's made up of a lot of rematches. It's a whole bunch of rematches. Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. That's a rematch from WrestleMania. AJ Styles and Edge. That's a rematch from WrestleMania. The Usos versus RK Bro. It's a tag team unification match. But they've fought each other before. Charlotte Flair, Ronda Rousey. That's a WrestleMania rematch. So, already we got a bunch of rematches for WrestleMania Backlash. It's like... And I guess Madcap Moss versus Happy Corbin. That's going to happen. But, it's a whole handful of rematches so far. Like, what is Becky Lynch gonna get a rematch against Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's title? Or are they gonna throw her in with Sonya, which Sonya and Bianca Belair have this feud going, open contract. But it's like, there's a handful of rematches on this card, and it's making this WrestleMania Backlash card look like crap. And May 8th, that's only 2 weeks away? WrestleMania was kind of, for the most part, there were a few bright spots, but if this is how you follow up WrestleMania with this type of card for WrestleMania Backlash, not to mention, word is that apparently Roman Reigns had been defending one of the titles at live events. So, what the heck was the point of the title unification match if you're going to just defend the titles separately? Like, WWE, what the heck are y'all doing? Like, what's the point of having a title unification match and then defend, one of the titles or, the titles separately? That makes no sense. That defeats the purpose of a title unification match. I don't get it. Yeah. WWE just doing some stupid stuff right now. I don't know what's up. They just doing some stupid stuff. They got nothing for Alexa Bliss. They got nothing for Asuka. No telling when Bailey will be back. And the video that they did, the quick, 10-second video with Xia Li, doesn't even have a match. But you have her do a promo saying, I no longer protect others. Now it's time for me to protect myself. So just like that, you're making Xia Li a heel. Just like that. No type of build up. No storyline. No interaction with anybody. It's just like, oh, I've protected everybody. Now I'm going to protect myself. And just, she's heel now? Just like that in that 10-second video? What are y'all doing to Xia Li? Like, we keep getting more story time with Lacey Evans. Like, WWE on that stuff. They own that stuff. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. But anyway, that'll do it for this video. Like I said, what they're doing with AEW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Stardom, that's exciting. Right now, there's nothing really exciting going on in WWE. Just plain and simple as that. Literally nothing exciting at all. I have a feeling this WrestleMania Backlash is going to be a bust of a pay-per-view. And I was also talking with some friends about how potentially they may advertise Money in the Bank to be, one of their big pay-per-views. Because, the big four is typically Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series. So I guess the idea is that there would end up being a big five with Money in the Bank being the fifth. Which, honestly, not really a fan of the concept of Money in the Bank because it's the cheapest way for somebody to win a championship. It's the cheapest way. And then, Survivor Series, like last year's Survivor Series was trash. So, I mean, yeah, WWE got work to do. They got a lot of work to do. Because right now, there's nothing exciting going on with WWE. Even with the whole Cody Rhodes returning, I mean, that's nice, but it's not really anything special. It's not anything special. I'm getting sick and tired of Charlotte and Ronda Rousey, and they're going to have a rematch and all that. It's just, yeah. And then now the tag titles are going to have a unification match for that. I mean, they might as well, I guess, are they going to end the brand split at some point? I don't know what they be doing, but whatever. Anyway, let me know what y'all's thoughts are with everything going on. Y'all looking forward to the semis and the finals of the Cinderella Tournament? Who's excited about Forbidden Door? Let me know what y'all's thoughts are. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. Thank you so much for watching. This is Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram with another Pro Wrestling Talk. Brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the 2. Hope everybody has a blessed week, and I will see y'all very soon. Take care now. Bye-bye then.